Hey friends, it's Hope, and today I am here to do my September wrap up, and I'm super excited to talk to you guys about the 5 beautiful books that I read this month. And why? It's because I love reading again. Friends, I thought I was never going to be able to finish a book ever again in my life, which made me super sad because this is my hobby and this is what I love to do. But y'all, I was in this massive reading slump, but thank goodness it's over. And let me show you the book that got me out of the reading slump. I will be forever grateful. This book made me love reading again. That book was Who Do You Love by Jennifer Weiner. This was my first Jennifer Weiner book. It will not be my last. I did do a non-spoiler book review of this book like yesterday. It was super impromptu, was not planning it at all, but when you love a book so much, you just have to gush about it, and I will link that video down below if you guys want to hear my thoughts, more in-depth thoughts, about this book, because from watching these last 30 seconds, you can probably tell I rated this book a 5 out of 5 stars. It was amazing. I thought the characters were so great. The character development in this story, A+, so good. But starting at the beginning of the month, I actually was a week into September and I didn't read anything. But then I got on a plane to fly back to Louisiana and I needed a book to read while sitting in the airport. And so I picked up The Martian by Andy Weir. I was super hesitant on actually reading this book for the longest time. I didn't really want to read about a man that was stuck on Mars. I was like, big whoop. We've seen so many space movies recently. But I heard some really great reviews on the book. I went ahead and picked it up and I was super excited that I did because, guys, this was more than just a story about somebody being stuck on Mars. This book was hilarious and it had me crying at the end. I was not expecting that at all. I did a non-spoiler book review over this book too. I will link that down below if you want to hear more in-depth thoughts. I'm super excited to see the movie because I love this story so much that I just want to see it come to life on the big screen. But guys, like any book lover, I would recommend reading the book first and then seeing the movie because the book was just so good. And then I read Before I Go to Sleep by S.J. Watson. My friend Claire here on BookTube was a huge advocate for me to read this book. I actually thought that I was going to get a lot more freaked out while reading this book because it's a psychological thriller. Surprisingly, I didn't get freaked out pretty much until the very end. My mind was spinning. I ended up rating this book a 4 out of 5 stars. I kind of wish it was a little bit more creepy. Can't believe I'm saying that, but it's true. And I actually really wanted to do a book to movie adaptation review, but after I watched the movie, I realized how much I hated it. And if I did a video discussing the book and the movie, it would just be a very grumpy video because I did not like the movie at all. So friends, to shorten this up, I would definitely recommend you guys picking up the book but forgoing the movie. But that's just my opinion. My friend Ashley knows how much I love to read, and so she recommended a book to me and actually let me borrow her copy, and I'm so glad she did. She gave me For the Love by Jen Hatmaker. This book is about grace and love and women empowerment and fighting to overcome those standards that the world puts on women and the standards that we put on ourselves. Friends, my enthusiasm was through the roof the 2 weeks that I was reading this because this book was just so jam-packed full of energy about how great you are and so much positivity, so much love, so much encouragement. Jen Hatmaker is hilarious, but she also gives us real talk, and I appreciated that so much. Jen Hatmaker is my new spirit animal. She's my new best friend. I want to be her. She's amazing. If you guys are looking for something that will uplift you and make you feel empowered and also get some really great recipes, because this girl's got some good looking recipes in this book. Oh, also, if you want a little bit of humor, actually a lot of humor, I definitely would suggest checking out this book. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars, but with that said, I really enjoyed the read, and I would definitely recommend this book to anyone who would enjoy those qualities that I just listed 10 seconds ago. Lastly, I read Every Last Word by Tamara Ireland Stone. I have seen this book all over BookTube the last couple of months, and I know people are ranting and raving about this book, but unfortunately I have a very unpopular opinion. I had a lot of issues with this novel, mostly the whole friend aspect. I'm a huge advocate for having amazing friends and friends that uplift you, and I hate when I read books when friends just tear you down and the friend group sucks. And at the beginning beginning of this book and pretty much through half of it, her friend group just sucks and it's awful. That was a main reason why I did not like this book. Another reason why I didn't enjoy this book was I'm not huge into poetry, but when I read Slammed by Colleen Hoover, I actually enjoyed it a lot more than when I read it in this book. I just felt really disconnected when it came to the poetry part. I see now after finishing the book how it tied everything in. I saw the plot twist coming a million miles away, and honestly I just wasn't very invested into the characters except for one, AJ. He was like the saving grace of this story. So for that reason I am giving this book a 2.5 out of 5 stars. Please don't hate me, I know it's unpopular. And even though I didn't like it as much as everybody else seemed to, that's why I love BookTube, because you get to express your thoughts and feelings and everybody has their own opinions. Alright friends, well here are the 5 lovely books that I read this month. I definitely think that The Martian and Who Do You Love were my top 2. If you guys want to know which one came in at number 1, definitely be on the lookout for my Best in Books video that will be popping up here on the BookTubes probably sometime very soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have the most wonderful day. And like always, I'm sure I will see you soon. Bye.